got some a little bit of technical difficulty with Metro's microphone, and but today's the day we're going to be
Thanks.
announcing something.
He's saying, hold on.
Metro's saying, "Hold on." And this is what happens when you do a live event. Sometimes just stuff happens when it was just normal, right? So, um, welcome
What?
everybody to the live
We
event.
can't hear you, Metro.
You're on mute.
Yeah, your thing is showing mute.
can't hear you, Metro.
There you are.
You're on mute.
Yeah, your thing is showing mute. There you are.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe not. We may have to unplug and plug it back up.
We're just building the anticipation.
That's right. We're giving time for everybody to get on because it looks like I'm watching the live chat. It looks like there's a lot of people that are jumping on. So the number keeps climbing, which is good. It gives us a little time here to get this thing going. We've got people from Cave Spring checking in, people from Dalton, Tallahassee. Wow, all the way from Florida. Or is that Tallahassee? Tallahassee, not Tallahassee, Tallahassee. So we got quite a bit of people. Looks like Metro is going to bounce off, and he may bounce back on here in a second. Someone's asking where Backpacker Bob is.
We don't allow Backpacker Bob to such significant events.
No, that's right. That's right.
He's not behaved well enough.
No, he definitely does not. We've got Georgia checking in here. A few states.
Metro, it looks like you're muted. I can see you, but I can't hear you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, kids, can you hear me now?
There you are.
Oh, geez, these things happen.
Yeah.
Building the anticipation, guys. I appreciate that. That was I don't know what happened. Sometimes here in Atlanta, the internet's a little wonky, right? So, and then I was having a little bit of internet issues. I guess, again, I have low reception in this particular area of town, but it's also right around, 5, 6, 7 o'clock now. So I guess people are just jumping on the internet. So apologize, guys. Let's get started. It is the live stream here. There's a lot of things happening on today's episode. For those that are just joining us, we have some very special guests on today's episode. Nathan and Kim Wright from the Pinhoti Outdoor Center. And we also have Jabin from the Pinhoti Mafia joining us on today's episode.
That's right.
So, guys,
Glad
thank you
to
so
be
much
here.
for reaching out. And again, I'm sorry for the technical difficulties getting started, but we've got a great show here tonight to announce some wonderful things happening within the hiker community, specifically for the Pinhoti Trail. And a lot of things happening this year, like Pinhoti Fest and so forth coming up. But before we get into all that, I do want to give a shout out to Jabin. Jabin recently reached out to me and said, "Hey, man, you do a great job with these live streams, but if I don't get this internet stuff figured out, I don't know if I'm going to be doing much more of this live stream stuff. It's a little intimidating, to say the least."
Yeah. Well, I've told you, you kind of with Pinhoti Fest and everything, you're kind of turning into the voice of the Pinhoti Fest. So I don't know.
That's
There
right.
may be a future in this for you.
Well,
Careful.
well, I think what we need to do is make sure I have a solid internet connection, then we'll take it from there, right? But
Well,
before getting
you won't need that at the Pinhoti Fest. You'll be live, so we won't have to worry about the internet.
Yeah.
That's
Metro
true.
Live.
There we go. So again, a lot of shout outs to a lot of people joining us today. If you're just now joining the live stream, my name is Metro on the Move. Obviously, I've been doing this for a few years now. I just hit about 5,000 subscribers and 1.5 million views on this channel. So for those that are tuning in, thank you so much for the support. It's really great to be here. And I'm just excited again to announce some of the things that are happening on today's episode. But before we get into that, Nathan and Kim, you guys have founded the Pinhoti Fest. It's coming up with its 3rd year, right?
Yes.
And can you tease us with a little bit about what's happening, what those dates are going to look like for this year's event?
Oh, it's going to be a great event. We've got the 27th through the 29th of September. It's always the last weekend of September. Great music lined up, great speakers. Looks like we're going to have a record number of vendors and probably a record number of attendees as well. So I'm already gearing up. We're 6 months away, and it is looking really exciting again.
Very cool. I'm very excited about this. In fact, last year was a huge step up from the initial year. You guys had a huge stage, lots of vendors. How many people actually showed up over that 3-day event? Was it like a couple thousand, or what was it looking like?
They counted through a geocache that we had through Georgia or Jacksonville State University. They're estimating over 3,000 people attended throughout the weekend.
Wow, that is huge. That's especially for that area. Sylacauga saw that many people. Oh my God, that must have been awesome for everybody that works in that town to see all those people coming through as well from an economic perspective, right?
It's great for the hikers, great for the communities and the small businesses downtown, and you know, all those businesses along the way, because they have to stop, get gas somewhere, and eat when they're driving in, and so it's really a win-win for everybody.
Definitely an economic or a tourism boost to the area. So you know, that's kind of where the Pinhoti Experience Foundation, that's kind of where it lands too, right?
Yeah, it's new for the foundation. That's the second year we basically launched it through the Pinhoti Experience Foundation, and this year it will solely be on the Pinhoti Experience Foundation as the premier sponsor, the presenting sponsor for the event. So something great for the foundation, great way for us to entertain and give back and educate. So we're just 3 pillars of our organization.
So speaking of the Pinhoti Fest, but the Pinhoti Outdoor Center was actually the first time we ever met was about, I guess was it 3 years ago now? Or 2 years ago?
3.
It's 3 years ago.
This was the 3rd year. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking like 1 year, then second year. So 2 years ago actually was the first one, right? I mean, and then anyway, so we met you guys at the Pinhoti Outdoor Center when we were doing the Alabama Triple Crown. Crow from As the Crows Fly Hiking just got done with his 3rd episode of the Alabama Triple Crown. Can you tell us a little bit about what it was like having those guys over at the Pinhoti Outdoor Center? Because they actually did it 2 weeks in a row.
They did. So Crow gets to lead that group, and it's funny because every time they schedule that the Triple Crown event and they start on the Pinchin Sky Loop, the weather is horrible. I think when y'all did it the first time as a group, horrible, and I think every time it has rained on them tremendously. And but it's like a rite of passage now. It was wonderful. We got to go out to dinner with the crew and meet everybody, and it was just a great time. And it's a great event, and it showcases what we have here in Alabama as far as the outdoors.
We got spoiled on year 1 because Nimblewell Nomad was there, and you guys actually hosted a very gracious dinner for us. We had some barbecue and all the fixings. That was just incredible to have that first experience at the Pinhoti Outdoor Center. But I'll say, the rain, though, I think that they got better weather this year out of the 3 years that we've been doing it, though, right?
Yeah. Last week,
so. Awesome. So they got some rain. They got some rain on them, though.
Well, let's get into it, guys. I know we got some announcements here. We just talked a little bit about the Pinhoti Fest coming up later this year. Anything you guys want to do in terms of shout outs that you want to give leading into this announcement for the Pinhoti experience?
Go ahead. We've got several organizations that we really want to share that this is not just a Pinhoti experience announcement. This is a Pinhoti wide experience or Pinhoti Trail announcement. And we have been working with the Alabama Hiking Trail Society, the Alabama Pinhoti Trail Association, the Georgia Pinhoti Trail Association, Wild Alabama, and the Pinhoti Experience. This, like I said, y'all, I've been over the moon and I'm ready to get at it, but this is a Pinhoti Trail announcement. This is not a PinX announcement, and we are so excited to be able to speak on their behalf on this and share this information.
Yeah, these are all wonderful nonprofit organizations. That's Wild Alabama. You're seeing on the screen there. They're a great organization. They do a lot of work in our wilderness areas. So they're very active in the Cheehaw Wilderness, the Duggar Wilderness, the Sipsey Wilderness. But they do a lot of other volunteering along the Pinhoti, so you'll see their crews out. Great organization. Remember them when you're feeling the need to give to a nonprofit. They're a great choice. Kim mentioned the Alabama Hiking Trail Society. You can find them at hikealabama.org. That's another great organization. They do trails throughout the state. We have a great presence here on the Pinhoti, building and maintaining trails. A lot of the new stuff that you see is done by them. This here is the Alabama Pinhoti Trail Association, another nonprofit that's specifically focused on the Pinhoti itself in Alabama. And there's a sister organization called the Georgia Pinhoti Trail Association. It's focused on the Georgia side. And the reason they are delineated is because the way nonprofits are set up, you have to spend your money that you raise in your state. So one of our focuses, and you'll learn more about that here in a minute, is making the Pinhoti feel like more than two trails, an Alabama Pinhoti and a Georgia Pinhoti. So that's been really big for us. The organizations do have to remain separate because of state laws for nonprofits. So those will always remain, but it is one Pinhoti, and as we like to say, Pinhoti forever.
And both of those organizations truly do work together. It's not separate of each other. Both of them, I believe, were founded by Mike Leonard, who is heavily involved in the Conservation Fund and deep in the Pinhoti. And so those two organizations don't think they're separate. It's just a name difference because of nonprofit. Can we say it now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So I know everyone's waiting for this huge announcement. We have 63 people on today's episode. Thank you for all those that have jumped on this live stream. But without further ado, it's time to get into this huge announcement that we have. Without that being said, Kim, the screen is coming up. It is all you to explain here about.
We have had some great guesses and questions and people bugging us to tell them. But on the comment of making it feel more like one trail, we have been working with all these organizations, with landowners, National Forest, State Forest, Conservation Fund, and we now have the permission and blessing and the effort to fully blaze the Pinhoti blue all the way through from Alabama to Georgia. So no longer will we switch colors on our blazes. And that may seem small to some people, but that is what I think is a huge accomplishment, to making this seem like more than, two segmented trails and one big Pinhoti Forever trail. Absolutely excited and over the moon for this. Kim, I'll let you say a couple of words about it.
Yeah, this is it's huge for our trail community. It is a question we get all the time of why are there two different colors? And, when we dove deeper into that question, there was not a real clear answer. And it came to be that just in a normal conversation, meeting of the minds between the Georgia Pinhoti Association and the Alabama Pinhoti Trail Association, that it was time to make it one trail. I'll go ahead and say this. We are not going to be able to do this without a lot of volunteers. And so we have created what is now called the Big Blue Blaze event. And we're going to try our best with your help to blaze the entire Georgia Pinhoti section from section 13 all the way to the northern terminus of the Pinhoti Trail in one weekend. And so we need your help May 3rd through 5th. And I know it's aggressive, but I have faith in every one of you that you will show up big and choose a section, sign up for a large section, a small section. The only way you can sign up for a section is by going to the Pinhoti Experience website. There's the link, the Big Blue Blaze at the top, and click that link, enter your information, and email will get sent to Janet Jolly Edwards, who is going to be our volunteer coordinator. And she will compile all that information. If you have a preference of which section you would like to do, or in a general area, make sure you put that in the notes. We will try to accommodate everybody. If you would like to supply your own paintbrush, that sort of thing. Put that in the notes as well. We're working with many organizations to get everything donated that we need. We are going to go with the pool party blue. We will be putting that information out on the color. It can't just be any color blue. It's going to be uniform against, for the whole Pinhoti Trail. So, y'all, I'm excited. So I'm talking really fast. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No,
But
that's great. I think it's important to know, like you said, we cannot do this without the volunteers. This is the idea. We have the permission. We have the dream, and we want to do this in one weekend.
Mhm.
Is it possible? We think it's possible, but we got to have your help. Spread the word, and we'll take as long as it takes. But we want to do this in a weekend and make this a big blue, one big blue blaze trail, the Pinhoti forever. So
yes,
And
and
we're putting together a video that actually just goes over the basics. It's going to be just a quick video. You can pull up, you can look at it, you can pause it or whatever. But we're actively putting that together right now, and we will post it on the Pinx, the Pinhoti Experience YouTube website, or on the YouTube channel. So make sure when you leave here, you go straight to the Pinhoti Experience Foundation YouTube channel and subscribe to it, because that's where it'll be a repository going forward with some videos that pertain to the Pinhoti experience.
yes, well, yeah, like Kim said and Jay Ben said, we'll have sign up for a section. We're going to break this down into very small, 4 mile sections. You can choose to do as many as you want. I think Jay Ben and I are going to hit about 20 miles, I think. So
Yeah, now that I maybe need to look at the topo of it, because
Yeah.
I was like telling the mafia, I was like, hey, we need to adopt the last 20 miles of the Pinhoti in Georgia. So I haven't looked at the topographical map yet. So
yeah, it's
maybe,
tough.
yeah.
It's not an easy
Yeah.
section, but you
I
can
knew
handle
about that. Yeah, I was like, Jabin, it's not really easy to get to either. It's pretty much treacherous. Like
Hey,
you can come down from Springer Mountain down Benton McKay, but that's like 50 miles that you have to get to that. So that's
Hey, I know
hiking
some
in.
people, Metro. I know some people that can help pick you up. Don't worry about that. You just
Okay.
get through there and slap some paint.
Oh, I'm definitely planning on being there for sure. 100%. I wouldn't miss it, to say the least. Also, again, Pinhoti Fest, with it coming up later this year, I'm definitely going to be there for that as well. I can't wait to talk a little bit more about that as well. So let's talk about the dates that you guys are thinking about all this happening again. Like specifically, is there going to be sections that's going to be hit?
Yeah,
certain dates?
We're going to break down all the Georgia sections into smaller sections, so you can choose to do a real small section, and we'll help you organize, the shuttles, where to pick up. You can put your crew together. We'll have a volunteer coordinator that'll help organize all this, and then we'll make sure you have the right equipment as far as scrapers, brushes, the paint color, all that stuff. We'll help with everything. All we need to do is make sure we get enough volunteers to go out there and do this thing and do it correctly. We don't want to just, send people out there and they don't know what they're doing. So Jay Ben's putting together a great training video. He's got some great stars in it, I heard. So I'm excited to see that finished product is coming out soon. So you won't be just out there on your own. You'll have the full support of the Pinhoti Experience Foundation, all the organizations we talked about tonight. They're all behind this. So get your friends together, get your own crew together, pick a section or 2 or 5, and let's go out and make this happen.
So when would you like people to start? What was like a deadline, like an initial deadline to get this kicking off with? Like, what would you recommend people getting this done by?
Well, we're gonna do the painting on that weekend in the May the 4th. What was that? The
May 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
3rd, 4th, and 5th. So that weekend we're gonna do the push there. What we don't want to do is have it so chopped up that a hiker may go through and see blue, white, blue, white, blue, white. So we're gonna help organize that. So that's why we want to pick a weekend. Let's start at the line there at Jackson Chapel Trailhead, where the change happens today, and move north and try to get this thing. So let's say for some reason we don't make the goal and do all of Georgia. Maybe it just stops at one location and we could pick it up the next week, or continue to put together crews to finish it. So we don't want it, back and forth. So, like I said, we're going to be heavily involved. The PennX will, POC, all the organizations, and we've got a great volunteer coordinator. We're going to get this thing figured out and knocked out.
Yep. And another big thing to share too, if y'all don't mind, if you sign up to volunteer and you volunteer that weekend, you will be registered your name will be put into a registration or a big bucket for an incredible prize pack. Right now, the prize pack is sitting at about $500. I'm taking, reaching out to different gear vendors to see if they'll throw in some of their favorite pieces. And the more prizes we can get, the more value that is. But you have to sign up and you have to work. If you bring a friend, we'll figure out a way to add another entry. I don't care, but I have put my name on the line. I've had people tell me there is no way that we can get this done in a weekend. I am 100% convinced that we can get it done because I believe in our trail community, and y'all have shown up for us over and over again. And I know that this means a lot to you guys as much as it means to us. So don't make me eat my words. I may be blazing the rest of it by myself if we don't finish it.
This is an opportunity for people to kind of own a part of this and leave a legacy. I know for me, I always wanted to have some type of part of the Pinhoti Trail. And this is one of those things, whether you're a trail maintainer or you're a blazer now, you can raise your hand and say that, what, I'm a part of this legacy of making one contiguous color, the Pinhoti blue, all the way through from Flag Mountain to the northern terminus in Georgia. And so you can put your name in there and say that I did that. I was there for that event. So, and this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. So,
yeah. So Chicken Little Trex just posted, what's the task? Came in late. Just to reiterate, we are putting a strong effort out there. We have permission from all the powers that be and all the organizations that help support the Pinhoti, what it is. We are going to be painting Georgia blue. So the white trail now in Georgia, Pinhoti, is going to be converting to blue to match Alabama. We have a page on pinhotiexperience.org. Make sure you go and sign up to volunteer. We'll get you set up with the coordinator, get your section assigned, get your crew together, and let's knock this out. The weekend we're aiming for is May 3rd through 5th, and we want to knock the whole Georgia section out. Now, look, it's not over after that, right? We need to do some work in Alabama too.
Right.
There's sections in Alabama that need work. There's some sections that are painted the wrong color in Alabama, unfortunately. So once Georgia is completed, we're going to continue this effort. We're going to continue to reach out to volunteers and pick sections in Alabama the same way and fix it. And let's make this thing beautiful and easy for newcomers to read and understand.
Yeah, it already looks like in the chat that there's already people making plans. And so
awesome.
I love that. Yeah.
Hey, we know this community can do this. We know we can get it done in a weekend. We've had some naysayers and like, oh my gosh, what if we fail? We're not going to fail. Whatever happens, we're not going to fail. We're going to make this thing right. So let's, like I said, get your crew together. It's going to be great.
How many people do you think total you need? Like just to kind of map it out, how many people do you think total would make this work 100%? Just to give people a goal, something to think about.
We're going to ask that you go at least a minimum of 2 people together. All right. Mm-hmm. For safety reasons. Plus, you'll see in the instruction video, we want you to scrape the tree properly and then paint. So maybe somebody scrapes, somebody paints, maybe somebody carries the paint. So 2-3 people, 2 minimum. If we break the sections of Georgia down into multiple shorter sections, and we only assign a group, say 5 miles, right? So let's just say the Georgia section is 180. It's a little short of 180, but let's just, for good math, you're looking at, 36 groups, 37 groups. So times 2, you're looking at 70 something people, right? 72 people. That's
100. 100 volunteers. I'm calling you
Easily.
out. 100
There we
volunteers.
go. There's the number I was looking for. 100 volunteers. So we've got
100
all these
volunteers.
people. We've got 61 people in today's chat. So what's that mean? That means we need you guys to go out and get one friend to join you. We got more than enough to hit our goal if everybody on this live chat is going to do this. So if we spread the word, though, we're going to have more than we need, but we know a couple's going to drop off. But that 100 is the goal. So I think that number needs to stick out there. So go ahead and start looking at your calendar, mark it, saying, I'm going to commit. I'm going to be part of this historic moment because, again, this is huge. I mean, it's been separate colors since the beginning of the trail, and now you're being part of the historic moment where it becomes all blue blazes from Alabama into Georgia. Who wouldn't want to be a part of that? 100 people. I'm sure we can hit that goal, right?
Yep.
Right.
And Matt, that does include the road walk, everything in Georgia, the Pinhoti Trail, whether it's on the road or in the woods, it needs to be blazed.
That's right.
So
Hey, Nathan and Kim, talk about maybe there's some people that can't physically do it.
That's okay.
Maybe there's something that they can do to help in this. So
Yeah, we need drivers, right? Your crew needs a driver to help pick up, maybe shuttle you to the beginning, drop your car at the end, however you want to do it. But there's all kind of roles you can play. So don't think you can't do this. Spread the word. Find somebody to help.
You can still leave your mark. Yeah, you can still leave your mark.
If you are not available to join us that weekend and you want to make a donation to the foundation to help with supplies or paint that we can't get donated, we will. We'll never turn a donation away from someone who wants to support the Pinhoti, and know that all that money will go back towards the blazing of the trail. We'll need trail angels if you want to just show up with the cooler for hikers at different crossings with sodas and hot dogs or whatever.
Yeah.
There's nothing that we can't plug you in somewhere. There's a place for everybody.
I love trail magic. I just had trail magic last weekend. I was actually out with Rob Pelton on the Appalachian Trail, and thru hikers are going crazy right now. There are so many thru hikers out right now. And when we got the tail end of some trail magic, some hot dogs, that was great. That's a low cost, easy thing to do. I mean, that's a great little way to give back to the Pinhoti Trail, a little trail magic, come on.
That's right. Also, we've got these blazes and, we want to blaze responsibly. And that's a part of the video. You don't have to blaze every single tree. And in this video that we're going to be doing that, you want to blaze and maybe not necessarily see the next blaze until you make kind of a little bit of a turn and then you see it. So it gives back to that wilderness experience, and it's not, and you're also you're working toward that, that lowering your trace out in the environment. So it does feel like a really good experience, and you're not overblazed. We don't want that. And, if you can reblaze some of the white blazes, it's already going to be scraped. If it's visible, if it's there for longevity or whatever, and it really adds back to the experience. So, but anyway,
Andrew's asking.
Because the video is coming.
Yeah, to build on what J. Ben was saying, Andrew Gates asked about properly scraping and painting. There's going to be a video. Stay tuned to the Pinhoti Experience Foundation's YouTube channel, brand new. So it doesn't have a lot of videos yet, but they're coming. Thanks to the help of J. Ben, we're going to be working on that. But our first video release coming soon is going to be our educational video would be on how to blaze properly, and it includes scraping and how to set that up as far as the different types of blazes.
We're going to split that apart too, because what do we have a lot of in the South? Pine trees, and then also hardwood. So we're going to split that up so we can look at properly blazing a pine tree and properly blazing a hardwood tree, and that should cover it. Now we'll probably end up doing one for a rock when there's not a tree available. But the good thing is that we are blessed with trees. We are very forested in southern Appalachia, so it'll probably just be on those trees.
We got another question here. What about the Pinhoti emblem signs? Will they be replaced with the blue blazes?
Very good question. And then we've had several
Great
meetings
question.
on this with the different organizations. And matter of fact, the Conservation Fund with Mike Leonard, everybody may know that name, but he is who I call Mr. Pinhoti. He's been involved with the Pinhoti. He's 71 years old now, but he's been involved since he was about 18 years old. So he's been incredibly, influential on how the Pinhoti has evolved to where it is today. If you don't know about him, you need to read about Mike Leonard. But he joined one of our meetings, and we got to speak to him about it. He's super excited about this project, just over the moon as well. But yes, the Georgia uses a lot of the. You may have seen them, the triangular metal emblems on the trees. They are white with a black lettering on it. You will see those in Alabama as well. We will not be replacing those. Those are going to stay in place. Those are more of a logo type thing and a sign, but we will have blazes. If you see one of those, you'll probably see a blaze as well. Yeah. So the blue blaze will go through there.
Yep. So you do not have to take those down. Those get to stay up, and we'd rather them stay up.
So Senior had a question. Is there going to be reflective crystals for night hikers? Ooh, that's pretty technical.
We've heard that question before. It's a good question. The problem is, the accessibility for those. I don't know where to get those and how to get that out in masses for the whole trail. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's something we're really focused on. I would say get you a good headlamp. You'll find
the blue really stands out in the dark. Trust me. Yeah. I've hiked the Pinhoti in the dark.
And that may be something we can do down the road, but for now, we're going to focus on getting everything turned blue. And, I'm sure there's options out there for us to do that, but I'm excited to see in the comments, everybody signing up for different sections. And just keep in mind, it's a 3-day weekend. If you can give 2 hours or you can give a whole weekend, y'all, it's really anything that you can give time wise, we're going to be so appreciative of, and it's really going to make a difference. So if you can just do 3 miles on a Saturday, we'll be thankful for that. If you want to come out Friday night and start hiking section 22 and
get your backpack ready.
Yep. And then stay out all weekend. We'll be happy to do that too. I'm going to be there. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to hike any of it, but I will be in the area the entire weekend. Nathan, I'm going to stick him on trail. I was going to let him hike with Jay Ben, but I think we're going to make it 2 separate miles.
My backpack may have the Pinhoti blue on it.
I'm telling you, when I get off the trail that weekend, I'll either have it all in my hair or my gear will be blue. That's what I'm telling you. Paint will be everywhere. I cannot wait.
Hey, what better way of remembering this weekend on the first weekend of May that you have some blue on your backpack, and you'll always look at that blue and you're like, that was a great weekend. It was hard, but that was a great weekend.
We changed the trail.
Yeah.
So
let's do it.
What is the tally right now? How many people have we gotten to total right now? Because it looks like at least 10 people said they signed up already.
I have to go check the email.
The tally, the ticker.
Spot, Metro. I got to go check that email.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just trying to ask some qualifying questions here. It's because the goal is 100. And again, we have 50 people on today's episode. So if you guys want to be a part of the blazing of the Pinhoti Trail in Georgia, all you got to do is go to pinhotiexperience.org. There is a way to sign up to do that. But we have 10 people have already signed up, potentially bringing one person with them. So that's 20. So about 80 left in the hole right now. So make sure we get the word out. Make sure you share a link from their website would probably be the best way to do that as well. So make sure you go to pinhotiexperience.org, the big blue blaze, and there'll be a link there that you can share via social media. But again, it looks like we're close to 20 people, like 10, because you're supposed to bring a buddy too. So that makes it 20. So we got 80 to go. So other things that we could do, talk about while we're going through this as well. There was something I wanted to mention that has come up recently, and there is a demand for something that we talked about last year. And I think that we need to maybe bring this into the conversation, which is the backpacker flea market, right?
Oh man, I'm ready.
Oh, heck yeah.
It's getting warmer. I think we need to do it sooner than later, but what do you guys think about maybe putting some dates together around that? Because it doesn't have to just be the Pinhoti Mafia being out in that way. It could be any date that you guys decide. I think that when you guys put the dates together, I think it's naturally going to come together. What do you guys think about the backpacker flea market?
I
Love
have
it.
had so many people that I've like just mentioned it to, just so excited. So yeah, that Metro, that's just such a great idea. And I love the idea of it not just being Pinhoti related, but what did you call it? The Great Eastern,
Big
like 500 name experience.
a backpacker flea market or something like that. I think is what we should call it, the Great Backpacker Flea Market or something like that. I think that we've got something going because we have that huge field behind the Pinhoti Outdoor Center, right?
Yeah.
And I think that everybody could come out there, maybe, set up their gear and have people that might be just getting started, or just want to do a swap. That'd be a great place to set things up and let people see it. Or not to like blend two things too much together, but there is a big field right next to Pinhoti Fest. Maybe we could have some people show up that might want to barter on the gear there. What do you guys think about that? Is that too much of a mix?
I don't know. It might be.
I'm not opposed
Go
to
ahead.
it, but I'm not setting that one up.
Yeah, we got our hands full.
It's like a black market gear trade. Over
Hey, we're gonna have.
City.
I'd say let's keep it separate. And here's why: we got some great vendors coming. I want them to get the love.
Right.
And let's give them the love at the festival. Let's set something up for the POC real soon at the POC. And hey, when we outgrow that, we have some. We have another thing coming to the area where there's more room and maybe a bigger experience for hikers near the trail. Something we can't talk about yet, but hey, we're going to keep teasing stuff for folks. So stay tuned. But a lot more things coming. The Pinhoti's just, we met with another entrepreneur on the near the trail last night, 2 nights ago for dinner. And it's great to see the growth along the trail, just what's happening all along, all the way up through, from Flag through Georgia. So we're excited. We thank everybody for joining us tonight and signing up and spreading the word. And we cannot wait for this thing to take off and show that we can get this done with our folks.
So make sure you check out the new YouTube channel, Pinhoti Experience Foundation on YouTube. That's where the videos are going to be about how you want people to blaze, but also other future announcements will be posted on this video channel. Is that correct as well? For more information that's happening, is that where most of the videos are going to start being stored?
Yep.
Yes, they're going to be stored there, and we'll have a link from the website here to the YouTube channel, and it's going to be purely educational and promotional of the Pinhoti Trail.
Yeah, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Subscribe, and stay in touch.
Yeah, definitely.
So Joseph, if you want to sign up, all you have to do is go to pinhotiexperience.org. Again, there's a link there. This is the only way to sign up, so make sure you go there. And it's a quick, easy way to sign up for the Pinhoti Blazing event, the Big Blue Blaze event.
So that's
Guys,
808. That's 808 Joe. We're blazing blue, the Pinhoti in Georgia blue instead of white. So that's the big announcement. Join in, brother.
Yep, that's a big announcement, period. End of sentence.
There. Oh, we got another another joiner here. Look at this. We got another sign up.
Matt Sessions. Here we go.
Awesome.
I would also like to say too, if you are a member of a hiking group, and it doesn't even have to be a hiking group, it can be a cycling group or an outdoor group that uses that Georgia Pinhoti Trail, reach out to those groups and give them a shout out and let us know what we can do to reach out to them. Or if you just want to reach out and encourage them to sign up. It's, in Georgia, it is a multi-use trail. And so we really encourage others who use it to jump on with us and let's make this a great event for the Pinhoti itself.
Yeah. Hey, Kim and Nathan, can you talk about the paint? How do people obtain the paint?
Okay, so in the instructional video, I'm giving a hint here to J-Ben. We'll have the color in the video, right? Okay. Now, we're also working with a couple of organizations. I don't need to name drop here yet because it's not final, but we're trying to get it donated. So if it gets donated, we'll start, we'll coordinate with the volunteer coordinator to have it somewhere reasonable for pickup. Or, if you wanted to go get it yourself, we'll give you the color or maybe we'll help purchase that. But we're going to try to raise some money and some funds to do that. If you want to donate toward that and purchase yourself, that is wonderful. And we're thinking about, are we doing shirts? we're trying to do some shirts around the event, so you'll have a memento about the blazing event. So hopefully that comes to fruition if we get enough sales on that.
If we do a shirt, it would have to be a sale. It wouldn't be something that, unless someone knows a t-shirt company that wants to throw some shirts our way and make a donation of shirts that we can use that money to go towards the trail. So I'm not calling anybody out, but if anybody's interested or knows anybody that designs t-shirts and can print them for us at a great rate, we would be more than appreciative of that.
Yeah, equestrian, Chris Carey says equestrian as well. Absolutely. The horses, the bikers, the hikers, the runners, all those groups.
Yeah, the only thing about the equestrians we talked about in our last meeting is to make sure that they don't blaze at horse height or we'll never find the blazes. They got to get off their horse to blaze the trail because we won't be able to see it.
Well, guys,
I hope you guys are excited as we are.
100%. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, mainly because I get to hang out with you guys. You know, it's not every day that we get to see each other. We get to see each other once, maybe twice a year. And so this will be a nice event for us all to get together, from the hiking communities from Georgia, from Alabama, from all throughout the Southeast, all kinds of outdoor enthusiasts. Again, not just hikers, but we got equestrian, runners, bikers, the whole 9 yards. So it's going to be great to see everyone at this event first week of May. So very excited about this, guys. Thank you so much. It's been great to get together to talk about this huge announcement. Again, if you want to follow more updates, make sure you go to the Pinhoti Experience Foundation on YouTube, also pinhotiexperience.org to sign up for this event. Is there anything else, guys, you want to leave us with before we jump off today's live stream?
I don't think so.
No, y'all, thank you.
Yeah,
from
thank
the bottom
you
of
for
our heart.
everybody. This is not possible without y'all, without the volunteers, and thanks
totally
to Metro for being our MC tonight and our host, and J-Ben for helping organize and do videos. J-Ben's on the board for the Pinhoti Experience Foundation, so we appreciate that as well. And if you don't already, you need to subscribe to Metro on the Move, his YouTube channel, and make sure you watch his videos, and J-Ben Hikes.
Ring the
don't
bell.
want to leave him out. So absolutely appreciate this. This was great. We're so excited, and we can't wait to jump in on the fun.
Well, stick around, guys. We're just going in the green room after this. Again, thank you for everyone that's joined today's live stream. Make sure you check out J-Ben Hikes. That's his YouTube channel, just in case. I'll put a description down below. If you did enjoy today's live stream, make sure you hit the like button on the way out. That helps boost this in the algorithm so other people can find out about it. But don't just rely on YouTube to share the word. Share the news. Make sure you go to pinhotiexperience.org. Get the link. Share it on social media. We've got a goal of 100 people. I think we're going to be close to 20, maybe 30 people by the end of today's episode that have already signed up. Thank you for that. But we need to hit that goal of 100. Make sure you go to pinhotiexperience.org to do that. All right, guys, stick around. We're going to the green room. Thank you so much for showing up today, guys, on today's live stream. We look forward to seeing you in the future. Let's keep moving.